In the world of retail, competition is cutthroat.
There's a jungle out there and it's dangerous.
These entrepreneurs have big ambitions.
My dream is to see an Incredi-Pop in every home in America.
So they've come to our investor and his team of experts for help.
I think she can take this retail opportunity and rock it.
They'll get quizzed by real consumers.
Why is this better than regular crypto?
And get feedback.
It's real pricey.
It just looks too generic.
And in the end, Joe and Joe alone decides if they will receive the backing of Hatched Business Solutions.
I think you have so much to offer, kid.
And a chance to change their lives forever. This week, husband and wife entrepreneurs who've created a stroller safety light.
Even if we save, one child, it's worth it.
Will they excite the consumers with their bright idea?
Oh, Buggy Brites, oh man, those were great.
Or will the experts' concerns
I don't see a long shelf life in the mass retail market.
mean lights out?
Here's the decision.
Our investor Joe has brought together his experts. Freddie Cameron is a retail expert with over 16 years of experience, responsible for over $2 billion in product sales. And NICOLE is a New York Times best-selling author and one of the nation's top financial experts, anchoring financial news on CNBC, CNN, and Bloomberg.
All right, guys, I'm really excited about the products category we have set today, child safety products. The child safety industry is actually a billion, with a B, Joe, dollar industry.
Big numbers, Joe.
I like the numbers. It works for me.
All right, let's bring out the entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
Nadine and Rob are seeking an investment to launch their child safety product into retail stores across America.
Hello, my name is Nadine, and this is my husband.
Hi, Rob.
Our product is Buggy Brites. It's a light-up caterpillar, and I invented it to put on strollers to keep children safe if you're walking with them at night.
How did you come up with this idea?
I invented it because I was pushing my 6-month-old daughter one evening. We stopped at a stop sign. I went to get off the curb, and a car was coming, and it just kept going. And so I pulled her back, and I fell on the floor. And then I thought, oh my gosh, if I hadn't been paying attention, she'd be hurt. And so I looked around for a light to put on the stroller, and come to find out, there's nothing out there.
She's a very entrepreneurial type. She's always thinking of new ideas. So she said, let's try to do this. And I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we can produce.
How many strollers come with reflectors or lights already?
I have seen some strollers with reflective tape, but not specifically with lights like this.
What's the feedback of moms?
We get phone calls from parents who say, you know what, we really believe your products save our child's life. And that's what makes me emotional about the product and just really believe in it, because even if we save, one child, it's worth it.
I love where your heart is and that you want to save children. I really admire Rob and Nadine's passion for a product that could save lives, but they still need to prove that there's a need for this product in the market and it can be successful in retail.
Can I see one of the packages?
Sure, absolutely.
Getting this to you over here.
All right, thanks, sir.
This could fit on your cane, Joe.
Oh, nice.
It has 3 different functions: flashing, strobing, and still.
So when I look at your package, I noticed that you push the light, it lights up and it doesn't turn off. Let's say I push the button in the store, I put it back, but it's still lighting up.
Right.
So now you run the risk of having returns because the batteries are dead. And of course, you want your consumer to see exactly what it does, but there has to be a way to turn it off.
Another option we thought about is to do an automatic shut-off.
Okay, great. Another thing to think about is when I look at your package, it really doesn't stand out to a point where if a consumer walks down that aisle, it's gonna make them pick up the product and look at it. I think some of the images that you have on here are not really high resolution images.
I agree, yes. And we're open to changing it if you feel we need to.
Okay.
Shelf space in a big box retailer is extremely competitive. Your packaging has to make a statement and really pop to really catch the consumer's eye.
What do you want from us?
We want your expertise, we want your guidance, and we need help with financing and getting into big box stores.
Okay.
A big box store would bring it to the masses, whereas right now we're in mom and pop stores.
Our goal is to get this product out globally and have one on every stroller that's out there, because if we can save a life, that's the most important thing.
Where are you selling your product now?
Currently we're in 200 mom and pop stores.
Okay.
All over from New York, Pennsylvania.
So what is the actual suggested retail for your product?
We retail $12.95.
Okay. And what are your annual sales?
We've Been selling for a little under 2 years. Total sales are about 85,000.
I'm worried about the size of this market because it's limited to strollers.
You know, this can also go on a bike, it can go on a backpack, it can go on any number
We
of
have
things.
people with wheelchairs that use them.
Is there a different version, or is they use the children?
This
I
one.
can imagine somebody in a wheelchair using the Caterpillar. This is a kid's product. It's
product.
never going to go on a
Yeah.
wheelchair.
I mean, there's a kid on the package.
right.
And it's bright, it's colorful. As an adult man, I don't see myself using Buggy Brites. You make an adult product out of this item. You literally have to change everything about it.
Right. With a name like Buggy Brites and the way it looks aesthetically, there is no room for them to expand to an older demographic.
You still got to figure out how to make some more money on it.
Because if we don't, it's a hobby, it's not a business. Remember that there are 2 rules here. Number 1, making money, and number 2, remember rule number 1.
There you go.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Tomorrow, we are setting you up with a retail challenge. Right here, we're turning this into our hatched pop-up store. So you're gonna be able to interact with consumers one-on-one and pitch your product. And we're really interested to hear their consumer feedback, and that's gonna help Joe make his final decision. Thanks for coming in. We're excited to see what consumers say.
Thank you.
Look,
Thank
keep
you.
that passion up, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I am looking forward to meeting with the consumers to prove that my product can be a hit. Anyone that's ever seen it really loves it. I've never met one person that doesn't.
Coming up, will Nadine and Rob light up consumers' interest with Buggy Brites?
I'd buy it or I'd make him buy it.
Or will they be left in the dark?
It's really childish. I don't think it's right for a guy like me.
Husband and wife Nadine and Rob hope to launch their stroller safety light into retail stores. They got a ton of feedback from our experts.
You still got to figure out how to make some more money on it.
Because if we don't, it's a hobby, it's not a business.
Yeah.
But before our investor Joe decides if he's going to financially back them, he needs to hear from potential consumers. So today, Nadine and Rob will have to pitch their product to over 100 consumers. They will then give their feedback in a survey, and that will be analyzed closely by NICOLE and FREDDY before Joe makes his final decision.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Hi there, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. So tell me about your product.
This is our product, Buggy Brites. So stroller safety light straps on the stroller so you're more visible when you're walking around at nighttime.
Oh, cool.
One of the most effective marketing strategies is in-store demonstration. Buggy Brites is a great hands-on product. Let's see how consumers react.
Try it. You can't break it. Okay. You push right in between the antenna there. That's the on-off switch.
You could do it back and forth, flashing and still.
I love the lights.
You know, I know my daughter, she loves bright colors like this.
This is really cute.
You know, it's attractive for kids.
This is a really great product you have here.
Oh, Buggy Brites. Oh, man, those were great. Let me tell you.
Buggy Brites definitely ignited customer interest, but the most important question is there a big enough market demand for a safety light or a stroller?
Is this something you would buy?
Absolutely, I would buy it as a gift. It's for safety, so it's really important.
I love the idea. Buggy Brites is a great safety product.
I like the product. I like what it stands for.
It's really cool. I think the babies will probably love that too.
I have a lot of cousins that are having children now, and this would be a great shower gift.
I'd buy it or I'd make him buy it.
Plenty of consumers had glowing praise for Buggy Brites, but many felt its limited functionality left them in the dark.
Is there anything else it can do? Does it just light up?
Does it make any noise or?
No noises.
Okay.
Is there any like educational purpose or anything like that for it? I feel like by itself, it's too limiting.
It's visually appealing, but I don't have much use for that.
There's other products on the market already which light up.
To be honest, I probably would not purchase it.
I probably would not buy this product.
Nadine and Rob think that Buggy Brites is a versatile product that can be used for an older demographic. But given the aesthetics, I firmly believe that this is only a product for kids.
Tell me some of the other uses.
It goes on bikes, backpacks. I use it on my bag. We have people on wheelchairs, they use it. Anything you can think of.
I don't know if my mom would put it on anything.
A walker, cane.
She won't want to hear about the walker. Is it just this one character? Do you have more products in mind? Are they all bugs?
The only thing I didn't like about it was that it was only a bug.
I think it would be better if Buggy Brites had some other styles.
I'd love to see this grow into an older demographic.
The lights are cool, the colors are cool, but it's really childish. I don't think it's right for a guy like me.
I thought it was sort of childish looking. I would much rather have something more grown up looking. So the day's going really well. We're getting great feedback and we're getting some great constructive criticism that we're happy to get and learn more about what the consumer likes about our product. It's really fun.
As the fun continues, will the consumers find the packaging illuminating, or will it dim their interest?
How do you like the packaging?
Really nice.
Yeah, I like the packaging.
I think Buggy Brites packaging definitely works for what they're trying to get across.
The packaging was real nice. Showed some practical uses on it.
Do you think that shows off the different things that you can do with it?
Oh, so you can try it through here. Now that's a great idea. So that way you can see what you're getting before you purchase it.
Absolutely.
Even though the consumers like the packaging, I still think Nadine and Rob need to change it and add higher quality photos so it really stands out on the shelf. And also add an automatic off button to prevent draining the battery.
What's it called?
It's Buggy Brites.
I like the name.
The marketing name is really cute.
I think it's a cute title.
I like the name because it was different, and I think it's very catchy.
In retail, the price point is critical to the success of a product. Let's see if Buggy Brites shines when it comes to the cost.
What's the price range on something like this?
How much does it cost?
It's $12.95.
It's reasonable.
Not expensive.
Actually, not a bad price. That's pretty cheap.
I thought that Buggy Brites had a good price point.
There is no price for safety.
Her pricing was just right. Kudos to her.
Definitely a respectable price right there, yeah.
I would honestly think like over 20.
Oh, I like you.
As the retail day comes to an end, the consumers fill out their surveys and give their feedback on Buggy Brites. Will the survey results be strong enough to convince our investor Joe to back this product?
It's very nerve-wracking to hear the fate of our product.
You know, we're kind of poker players, so this is huge stakes. This is the big money game for us, so we're pushing all in with it.
It's time for the Hatched Pop Quiz. What percentage of pedestrian fatalities are caused by a lack of safety illumination at night? Is it A, 25%, B, 50%, or C, 75%? Find out the answer when we return to Hatched. Before the break, we asked, what percentage of pedestrian fatalities are caused by a lack of safety illumination at night? Is it 25%, 50%, or 75%? Well, the answer is B. Lack of safety illumination at night accounts for 50% of pedestrian fatalities. Nadine and Rob came to Hatch Business Solutions looking for an investment to launch their stroller safety light into retail stores. They faced the ultimate retail challenge.
This is huge stakes. This is the big money game for us, so we're pushing all in with it.
But will the consumer survey results be strong enough to convince our investor Joe that their product is worthy of financial backing?
All right, guys, you remember Buggy Brites, right? We have the survey results in. A little bit of a mixed bag here. Are you ready to bring in Nadine and Rob?
I'm ready.
Bring
Let's
'em in.
Bring them out.
Do it. Hi. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome back.
How was the retail challenge day?
We thought it went really well. The consumer feedback was really great. Everybody seemed to love the idea of it and thought it was super innovative.
Are you ready to hear your survey results?
I'm excited.
When we asked customers, do you like the name Buggy Brites? An overwhelming 92% said yes.
I like the name.
I think it's a cute title.
And I think it's very catchy.
The name works. People understand it.
Wow.
How do you guys feel about that?
That's great.
We argued a lot about the name, so I feel justified since it was my idea.
It was my idea.
The woman's always right, by the way. I'll just let you know that.
So when it came to the consumer's feedback on your overall price point, 90% thought your product was priced fairly.
Actually, not a bad price.
There is no price for safety.
That's pretty cheap.
Her pricing was just right.
Great.
Wow.
So that's a good positive feedback for you guys.
Wow, that's great.
And when it comes to your packaging, 85% of the consumers liked your package.
The packaging was real nice. Showed some practical uses on it.
Oh, so you can try it through here. Now that's a great idea.
Wow, that's great.
So that's a good, favorable result, but I highly recommend you take the changes I recommended into consideration. It's all about visibility on the shelf. You really have to have a package that really stands out.
So you need higher quality photos to catch consumers' attention.
I think that's a great point. Something we should definitely revisit.
Freddie also told you that you need to have some way of ensuring that that light was going to turn off. Otherwise, it's a what, Freddie?
It's a RTV item, return the vendor.
Return.
That's a bad word for you.
Sounds bad.
Because you pay for every return that comes back to you.
Here's what concerns me. When we ask consumers, would you use a product like this, only 50% said that they would use a product like this.
Is there anything else it can do? Does it just light up?
I feel like by itself, it's too limiting.
It's visually appealing, but I don't have much use for that.
You want that number to be a high 90. So really start thinking about those marketing strategies for you to have longevity inside the retail store.
You know, we want to advertise and put it out there like, oh, hey, are you going to a baby shower? This is a great product for you. It's easy to grab off the shelf and just stick in a bag and take to the party.
I think that's actually a really good marketing idea. It is the right price point for an event, a baby shower, or another type of party for a youngster.
Yes.
Okay, so Nicole and Freddie have given you pounds of good advice. Before I make the final decision, is there anything you'd like to say to us?
We feel we have a great product, but we're also very open to anything you guys think would make the product better, and we're open to working with you, and we would really love the opportunity to do that.
Awesome.
Excellent.
This is the biggest moment of our lives. I mean, this is an opportunity to push our product forward and to change our lives for the better.
It's time for Joe to consult with his experts before he makes his final decision.
What do we think about Buggy Brites? Lay it on me.
I think her mission to create the solution for an incident that scared her is commendable.
Absolutely.
As a mompreneur, as a couple, they have taken an idea and actually made it happen. That's something to applaud.
I like the innovation behind it. I like the reason why she created the product. My concern is I don't see a long shelf life in the mass retail market. And at most, from a retailer's end, this is definitely an impulse buy.
I get why anecdotally moms might need it, but statistically, the numbers don't back it up. It's a fear of moms, but how many moms are gonna get something like this? And I looked up strollers as they are right now. A lot of them have lights.
I agree with you 100%.
Also, as it is right now, Buggy Brites doesn't allow for expansion into an older demographic.
Very limited. But on the other hand, if it's something that's gonna save a life,
then maybe it's worth backing for that reason alone.
Okay. Thank you both for your input. I've heard what you have to say. I have a decision. Let's bring them in.
Coming up.
This is one of the most nervous I've ever felt in my whole life. I'm climbing out of my own skin at this point.
Here's the decision.
Husband and wife Nadine and Rob came to Hatch Business Solutions in the hopes of launching Buggy Brites into a national brand. At the Retail Challenge, they impressed the consumers with their stroller safety light.
Oh, Buggy Brites, oh man, those were great.
But our investor and his experts have major concerns.
Statistically, the numbers don't back it up. How many moms are gonna get something like this?
And now it's decision time. Have Nadine and Rob done enough to walk away with an investment and turn their product into a household name?
This is one of the most nervous I've ever felt in my whole life. I mean, I'm climbing out of my own skin at this point.
My inclination is they will back us, and usually I'm right about my instincts.
So how do you two feel right now?
Nervous?
Pretty scared, pretty nervous.
You understand you've been on a journey, and it took a lot for you to be standing in front of us. After much deliberation, our decision is a no at this time.
Okay, thank you.
I know that's probably disappointing to both of you, but it isn't that we don't think you have a good product. We think it's just a little bit too small for the big box retailers.
I guess what's next for the business is we'll just keep pushing forward. I mean, that's just what we do. We've made this on our own. We've never had outside help, so.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have some help. I think that's what we were looking for. And
it's hard not to have help sometimes.
How do you guys feel right now?
I feel sad for her. I mean, it's both of our dream, but it's kind of more her baby.
What you shouldn't do, people, is give up. Is this a dream of yours?
yeah,
Is it a very passionate dream?
yes,
Okay, then don't give up.
I won't. At the end of the day, I know it's a great product and it'll do well whether it's with you guys or without. And maybe in the future we can work together. So.
Yeah, we appreciate all your input and your feedback, and thank you so much for the opportunity. It's huge for us.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you. It's not the end of the world. Buggy Brites will go on, and maybe now is not the right time for for the product for here, but it will be, and it'll be a great product, and I believe in it.
I believe in you, babe.
Thank you.